Hello, guys. Talk about mummy. I want to talk about my predicament, or maybe not my predicament. We're gonna run through. We're gonna crunch the numbers, and we're gonna figure out what the heck is going on with mummy. Um, yeah, what the heck is going on with mummy? So the gist, the gist of my conundrum here is multi-world support. Multi-world support. So, making a game. Making a game in Godot. Godot. Pull up master scene. This is not what it looks like. All right, we're gonna waffle. We're gonna waffle a bit. I'm just gonna make an example of how it used to work. So we had the master, which had the script on it. A minute, doesn't matter. And then we had a sub viewport container, sub viewport in it, just for pixelation, so that when you put shit in here, it's pixelated. And then I can check this. I don't have to waffle exactly. I will check it in a little bit, but this is just as memory serves. This is going to be way one. The one way of doing it. So then we had these just for fun, just for looks containers, like the players, or like the world. And then what would happen is you had your level container, and again, these are just for fun, just to keep stuff organized. Little organizers. And then let's say it ends up loading some fucking environment, some 3D world in the level. What the level would do is it would create maybe like a player. The player's container is supposed to be entities, and it would make an entity in the entity container. Cool. But this is the problem, is what happens when you inevitably want to switch the level. Boom. Your guys are still here. Unfortunately. So, how do we get things to stay in the level they're supposed to? I think there's two kinds of schools of thought here that we're choosing between. First one is going to be maybe we keep everything in the same world, compare this to just a new pointless container called like World 1. Then again, this is a pointless container, it doesn't do anything. No environment in it. Let's just turn off. Can't make all that invisible at the same time, I guess. I'm sure there's a way. Pretend like it doesn't even exist. And then let's make 2. And actually what I could do is I could just make that junk. No, I can't. What? Oh, that's crazy. Do I have to make these? Well, yeah, that works. I did not know that. Okay. But whatever. Potato, potato. Then let's say, boom, world 2. Here. And the player is like doing fuck all. The world's all like fucked up. It's got even more loot in it. Okay, now schools of thought. Same world, different worlds. What that looks like is we just fucking take this entire world container down like 1,000. And boom, now, like, for all intents and purposes, they're pretty much separate. Like, you're not gonna be falling out of the world and coming down here. But tricky, because these guys, I don't know. I worry that it's tricky because these guys are technically in the same world. Let's check out the script on the vase. Oh, it doesn't have a goddamn script. Really? This, yeah. Check out. It's probably just gonna be called, yeah. There you go. That's what I was after. Base, which is just like the general base, and it selects one of the variants for it. Let's check out its script. I don't mind the fact that it's kind of fucked right now. It's fine. Close all this junk. And let's check it out. So there's a few things going on here. And 4 is any reason it being in the same world as its brothers stuff up. Like its brothers that it's not supposed to talk to. First thing I can think of, which actually isn't in the script, funnily enough, is that this guy has collision. It's on the entity's lair. It's looking for the entity's lair. I don't know if Godort knows that since these guys up in the sky are 1,000 meters away, just to not even bother with it. Like, that seems like a little bit of extra overhead. So maybe some cons. Cons. Collision overhead for stuff that's real far away. Now let's think about that a little more. Like, we couldn't just turn off collision for these. The world is out of focus. Like, we could turn off the visibility, no problem, because you're only going to have a camera on one spot at a time. Yeah, but turning off the collision doesn't make any sense, because the whole point of having multiple worlds open at the same time is that stuff needs to be happening in multiple worlds, like even when you're gone. So, like, especially if you're the server, you're gonna have your invisible world up here, where like this guy is carrying around. Oops, this guy's carrying around his vase all day, and you have to manage his collisions, and you have to tell him to not fuck it up. So you can't just turn off his collisions. That's established. That is known. Just turn off collisions. Especially server. Since gameplay not still, since physics logic still need to be happening when you aren't there. Call this, save this, and we'll work on scenario number 2 for a minute here. I suppose we could keep looking through the script. Bed. This is all registration for multiplayer. Decide the variant. It's fine. It's fine. Spawn at spawn point. Think about that. Spawning at the spawn point. Yeah, there's no methods to filter because the goddamn script doesn't work. Okay. Choose a spawn point. Get tree, get nodes in group, loot spawners. EBH. That doesn't fucking work for either scenario. Alright, we gotta talk about scenario 2. Go back. Save that as scenario 1. Let's look at scenario 2. Again, we've got our like master script. And all this script is doing is, I say all, it's a big job. Its whole job is to like manage what scenes and such are being loaded in the background, so we avoid lagging. Number 2, I'm thinking is we have sub-viewport container, sure. Sub-viewport, sure. Maybe like this is our global VFX because we put some real some extra shader material on it. Sure, that's fine. But inside of it, we are going to have in each world is going to be its own sub-viewport container with a sub-viewport. So these guys have their own world, which is the only way I know how to get non-interacting worlds. So we might be suspecting correctly that the gist is rather than moving the other world a million miles into the void, we actually make separate non-touching worlds. Yup. So what does that look like? Got a world 1, 2, maybe world 1 has the same. I think it's got villas. It's got entities. Each on its own level. So like the level could be the same exact. Holy shit. Is it? I've seen that. This shader map here. Oh, it's not that. What the heck? It's kind of related to that. Bananas. I've never seen that. One's kind of fucked, but okay, fair. Oh, wait. I'm not in the right world with this. It didn't work in a sub-viewport. Just needs a new world. This is overhead than I thought. I don't know. Or maybe it's just an editor problem. Put it back in here and let's just try running it. Let's see what happens. So this will be scenario 2. Whole thing's fucked, unfortunately. Let's see if I can unfuck it real quick. What's all I need? I need that blood of false. It's global, not master. Excuse me, I don't know what I meant. Now if we try to run it, shouldn't do any shenanigans. No shenanigans at all. Shit. Your manager. Oh, because this shit has a player menu. When it's trying to spawn its players. Doing its due diligence, I suppose. Just give it a player. Just some further testing on this. What's out of this project here? Should make a new dang project, bro. And a whole new project just to test. Make sure this own world thing is not a hit it now. Node. Let's go script. Didn't pop out my script. That's got a sub-viewport container, which has a sub-viewport child. So just turn on pixelation, I guess. Make this our worlds. Container, sub-viewport. Sub-viewport has its own world. And that world. Don't give it world. That on my own. I'm hoping it does it for me. There we go. It's our world. It will have a box. It will have here. Okay, so it exists. Good. So I think it just fucks with the preview. I think that's what fucked me up. Yeah, it's not quite. Enter to the full screen. True pixelization. Does that work? I'll be like 5:1. Oh shit. Okay. Yes, go. Neighbor, get some sharp pixely edges on it. So there we go. That's looking good. Like a freaking physics simulation going on here. Collision shape. it's pretty much convex. And everything, every sense but the name. We try running that. Gonna work for us. Is that gonna fall down a bit? Hell yeah. Oh, down here. Get that. World 2. He's gonna similar shit going on, except it maybe will just barely roll off. Just barely roll. Save it. Put them all offset. Except it's looking offset in here too for some reason. Oh, it's because that's overriding. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. That's what I was after. Up here, we'll add bottom script. Type it. Connect to here we'll do store active world. Should be able to toggle between them. Really? Shit. This gives me as a duck called Visible. forgot to assign them. God damn it. There we go. Shit. Oh yeah, there you go. Good. Is that guy gonna fucking roll off already? Alright, we gotta fix that shit. Yeah, okay. Well, you'll notice that. What the fuck? Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Switching between the worlds just like that. Okay. You get the gist. Alright, we've worked our way out of this bug. So let's write some shit. Different world. Different worlds. Be some pros and some cons. So we don't have a pro to match the con. Easy peasy collisioning and detecting our world. Why does that? Let's go back to what I was saying. Jig the dough. No preview, but that's because there wasn't a camera in the scene by default, so we're just getting screwed by. No problem, you guys will know exactly what's going on behind the scenes here. So, I think to get any further into it, let's talk about what's going on behind the scenes to make the game work. The first thing to talk about, just real quick, is the registry. This goddamn script. What it does is, like, if you've got your node, like your player will have his own registry data that he can choose to sync over the internet. Position velocity, it's like camera stuff, remote, and then it's networking ID, the player who's owning him. Is all I've gotten there so far. All the registry takes care of, ideally, is syncing that data between the multiplayer peers as necessary, and then the player would be responsible for there we go. So the player's responsible for writing the registry data, and when the registry's data is modified, it is responsible for reapplying it. It's as easy as that. So we've got registry, sync, properties, objects, over the web. thing to consider is, of course, well, how do we apply these properties to the same objects? And that we do I guess I'll say with the scene manager, which is this script. Let's say the scene manager is responsible for matching synced instances online. Synced registry instances to their correct registry IDs so that they're matched up. Also responsible for, like, lifting generally. Yeah. Some system for creating something, which into it. Commented it all out. Fine, we've got these two signals, which is what I was using before I started considering this whole dilemma. Damn, I hate that. Alright. How about damn. Anyone can call to container and container. I'm just talking about these labels here, these pointless labels to keep stuff categorized. And what that'll do is that will load instance of the thing locally on my computer. Let's say I'm the server and I load this guy up into the fellas. I load container, my script here on the master. It's like, oh yeah, okay, I can load that. He loads them up, and boom, he appears here. And what happens is it's his ready called, and then if I'm the server, I'll ready server, which yada 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 does all the stuff it needs to, like it decides which player it's going to be connected to, spawns it, registers it, which what that does, sends it through the registry, tells it, we need to make a new guy everywhere, which means registry sends it over, assuming it's a synced entity. Causing remote computers to also instance it. Sync data. What that looks like is go registry to see what's going on there. It takes the data. It's the signal, which, you guessed it, the resource loader, the scene manager, eats. Starts loading it. Boom. It pops into existence. Down here, let's say we're remote now. Boom, it got called. Oh my gosh, boom, it's loaded. And then in the script called ready, now it gets called ready client. It syncs all this registry stuff, syncs all the initial data, and then it's good to go. It does one last little step over there. Remote computers. And then I've got a pretty straightforward system for actually spotting the players on the server. So here I've got my player manager. Every time someone's connected, it tries to spawn additional players, and it only does this if it's the server. And boom, boom, it makes these players right here. Anyone can call it. Let's be a little more specific. It really could be anyone, but let's just say managers or anyone. The container. Start syncing it up. So that it's all fine and good. Actually, it's all fine and good and dandy. And there's nothing wrong with either side. Either school of thought scenario. Let's add a client here. I've been banging my head against the wall. Still not done yet. This is kind of plan to set it up from the start. Let's do something. Get out of here. I'll go back to my testing thing. And I want to make sure that like the environment's automatically synced. Just for my peace of mind. Oh. Its environment. Skin color. This world's got a black color. This world, you guessed it. A nice pink color. Do this. Won't be able to see shit on the first one. Black one. Yeah, good. So that's no problem at all. Be good. I'll get out of here. Just for my peace of mind. Into the real game. The real hard game. Oh yeah, let's add a con to the list. Actually, let's add a con to both lists. Fucked up all the scripts, and they're halfway between scenario 1 and scenario 2. Now, let's do some thinking what it's gonna look like as you go between worlds, go between levels. Green clipping. Okay. So what I'm thinking is we'll have some maze. Funky exit thing going on. Yeah. That's it. Someone going on over here. Boom. Eerily, hauntingly similar going on over there. And between them, there's this wacky. Let's see, what kind of shape could I draw? Make it like a little octagon. Wink, just for illustration's sake. Boom. This guy is the same on both of them. It gets spliced onto each world. This is our portal between worlds. So copy this guy back to our notes. Going between worlds. can't paste an image. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Really? Man, that shit ass. Hold on, let me paste it as a link. Get the link. Shit. Fuck you. What the hell? I have to be on my phone to do that? The image. Paste. It's the goddamn point. I have to remember what it's like. Play. Just keep drawing. There's this. Actually, the red, so let's get a little more distinct. Red zone. One. New zone for world 2. But they do the same thing. There's different colors to show that they're different things. Your little guy, as he comes up here, you're still in world 1. Approaching the boundary. Still in world 1. Enter the boundary. World 2 starts to load up, which means got a ghostly clone approaching in 2. And then enter the zone. World 2 should do is swap your physical world from world 1 to world 2. This is a scenario 2. Drawing, I guess. You go to about here, look. Suddenly transported. Stay over here, go to about here. Suddenly transported to another world. The good thing about this strategy is what's a good eyeball color. Brown. Observer. And see this guy even when player's not there. What needs to happen to make that a reality? And actually, this is not a scenario 2 specific approach. Like, this is gonna have to happen either way. Make between worlds a reality. Given our behind the scenes setup.